Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. My name is Catharina Brameswari, and I am from Sanata Dharma University. Today, I'm going to present our research proposal. The title is The Predicament of Turkish Modern Identity, the Oscillation of the East and the West in Orhan Pamuk's Snow. And on the left side is the cover of the novel. Yeah. This research is divided into 5 parts. The first one is the introduction. The second one is the literature review. And then the third one is method. The fourth one is discussion. And the last part is conclusion. Okay, let's start from the introduction part. Kemal Atatürk actually tried to change the Islamic tradition into a more modern system to become part of the European Union. And after the fall of the empire, he tries to use Europe and his westernization project as a remedy for Turkey's poor condition. Europe is Turkey's highest hope to bring back its glory. And it is also mentioned by Edward Said that the Orient, which is represented by the Ottoman Islamic tradition, is always related to the backwardness, inferiority, and poverty. And due to this condition, the new Turkish president, he tried to radically change the stereotypes into all opposed values owned by the Orient. This abrupt condition has led to the predicament and issues on the search of an ideal identity. And the sudden changes happened in Turkey were outstandingly captured by Orhan Pamuk in his novels. Pamuk's works mostly focused on the encounter between the East and the West, which are not the contemporary issues since the Ottoman Empire. And this encounter leads to the dilemma of the Ottoman Turks, who are searching for the identity in the influence of Western values. Pamuk captures this problem into his works through the tragedy, which is used as a trigger to criticize the elites. And this work also discusses the issues related to the self-organization project and the questions on the searching of the new identity. Snow is Orhan Pamuk's political novel that describes how women's life and headscarves have been politically used to gain political power. And this novel is situated in Kars. It is a marginalized border city near Russia, and it is geographically located in the northeastern Turkey. In the city, Khan, who belongs to a westernized secular family, he just came back to his hometown after 12 years of exile in Germany. This city witnesses many women who silently end their life to protect their beliefs, traditions, and dignity. And Snow is used by Orhan Pamuk to complicate the rise of the Islamic movement under the Islamic Party. So actually this movement tries to put Turkish people in confusion and also in melancholy after embracing modernity for so long under the first president. And he tried to present this problem to tell the readers that living with only one single soul may lead the people in irony. And based on the issues mentioned, this research tried to conduct it or to find the answer for 2 problems. The first one, to reveal the oscillation, tension, and complex desire to imitate the other, and find the solution towards the problems that are experienced by the oppressed characters in this novel. This novel is selected because this problem is very close to our life, and the problem on the forced modernization can be found everywhere, even in our country. And in addition, this issue is important to be discussed since appreciating respecting and maintaining the diversity of cultures, traditions, and religions around us are essential. In the literature review part, we divided this part into two sections. The first section is review of related studies, and the second section is review of related theories. They are three researchers or three research. The first one is from Muhammad Fajar in 2013. He focuses on the problem of secularism, which is appear in the novel. He explained how the characters in the novel are influenced by Western value, while other characters are still maintaining their tradition. Another discussion is raised by Kalisa, Buddha, and also Satyorini in 2017, and Makander also in the same year. Those research talk about the banning of the headscarf and women's resistance to fight for the oppressor. Even though this novel tells about the problem on the banning of headscarf and the feminist movement, but Pamuk only uses these problems as a trigger to dive deeper to the real problem or to the essence. And as a result, this paper tries to find a niche that is still possible to be explored. The problems on the forced modernization and the journey in finding Turkey's ideal identity are put under the microscope in this research. And apart from the research mentioned above, this research will employ Edward Said's Orientalism and Homi Bhabha's postcolonialism, especially we focus on mimicry, ambivalence, hybridity, and in-betweenness. All right, let's move to method. In this study, we mainly employed the method of library research, and there are two sources used, namely primary and secondary sources. And the method applied in conducted the study is qualitative approach. With the primary source is Orhan Pamuk's novel itself, Snow, while the secondary source is Orhan Pamuk's nonfiction, and then journals, articles, criticism, interview, or book review. And then later, the data were analyzed to discover the connection between the socio-cultural political condition as well as events that are portrayed in the novel. The research will be conducted in several steps. The first one is the reading of the novel itself, and then the next step is finding the secondary sources, and also finding the theories, and the next one is applying the theories to answer the formulated questions. And all findings are analyzed as a result in discussion section. And finally, those are summed up and concluded in the last part of this manuscript, which is conclusion. In the finding and discussion part, we divided this part into two sections. The first part is the oscillation, tension, and complex desire to imitate the other in snow. And the second part is the solution to the predicament of the East and West. Here, Orhan Pamuk actually tried to encourage his reader to give more sympathy rather than judgment for having or for embracing two identities rather than one single identity. Because Turkey is a special country which has unique location, and it is known that it has many cultures, many people from various tribes live there. And in fact, the Ottoman has never been conquered, never been under Western power. And this is actually the self-westernization, self-colonialization. And this special condition is tried to be shown by Orhan Pamuk in Snow as a different things that can be used as the discussion. Yeah, and the solutions to the oscillation faced by the oppressed character is that Pamuk tries to show his readers that the characters in this novel actually they are the bridge for the east and the west sides, because it is not a secret that Pamuk is rejected by both Turkish political sides because he refuses to choose between the east and the west, but he suggests that Turkish people or his reader to embrace both culture, both identities, East and the West, and also combine them so that it can become a hybrid culture, like it is mentioned by Omi Baba. And the last one, in conclusion, so I quote from Orhan Pamuk's Snow. It is actually the real question that how much suffering we have caused our woman folk by turning headscarves into symbol and using women as pawns in a political game. Here, this is the first time by Orhan Pamuk to use this problem, women's problem, in his novel to complicate the other issues in Turkey. So theoretically, this research can be beneficial to overview theories on Orientalism and postcolonialism, especially on the problems on the forced modernization and the journey in finding Turkey's ideal identity. And moreover, it can also be a weapon to criticize the oppressor and can be employed to develop readers' critical thinking towards power relation practices. Lastly, the future researcher may discuss Snow as word literature and explore more on how poetry, history, and symbols are used in the novel. Thank you very much for your attention. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much and see you next time.